After 14 years of mismanagement of the economy, the welfare budget has skyrocketed. You have 627,000 young people under 25, unemployed, not in training, and we are failing them. We are failing younger people to incentivize them to get jobs, to go out and get an education. What jobs are there? People are pretty cynical about the futures. Will they be able to afford a home? And Reform UK MP Lee Anderson, high IQ, has the solution. So let's see what Lee Anderson's solution is to this problem. Let's get straight into the video.
Well, I mean, we'll wait and see on that, Martin, but this is a problem. It's been going on for 20 odd years, this has. I mean, I spent, before I came into politics, I spent quite a while working for Citizens Advice Bureau in Ashfield, and we would see people coming to claim their benefits. And I remember one particular case, Martin, a lady came in on a couple of sticks, could hardly walk, you really felt for her, really desperate stuff, got no money, bad back, trying to claim, did the appeal for her. A couple of weeks later, I seen her down Mansfield on the disco, on the dance floor, knocking 7 bells out of the dance floor and like sort of break dancing. I'm thinking, my goodness, I've just helped you fill out the benefit.
Again, no evidence, just an anecdote situation. How do we even know this is true? Obviously, this could easily be fabrication. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. So he's saying someone, and again, he's implying here that this is almost the norm, that people claim benefits when they don't deserve it. Whereas we know benefit fraud is very low, it's 2.8%. And this is often a problem that is shed light on in a disproportionate way. We don't talk about tax avoidance or the crimes of wealthy people. It's always benefit fraud at the bottom. And to say an anecdote of, oh, this woman was breakdancing, this isn't true. This is not helpful to actually how we get people to work, how we incentivize people to work, and tackle the problem of a increasing welfare bill. This isn't good for anybody. Isn't good for the people, the young people. Again, 627,000 young people under 25 out of work. This is going to affect their whole lives. So, Lee Anderson, let's see what else he has to say on the issue.
Form and done your appeal for you, and it's quite frankly, there's nothing wrong with you, which makes me mad because there are genuine people out.
How does he know that? Again, is this anecdote even true? And it's not even data. So to say nothing wrong with her, how does he know that? He's making that assumption based on absolutely nothing here. A story that we need to talk about the data. We need to talk about the facts here.
There who need our help and our support, and you tend to find that the ones who need the help and support and that extra benefit, if you like, that financial assistance with their disabilities, they seem to, sometimes they're too proud to claim that benefit and just carry on.
How does he know this? What data is that? What data is there on people who don't? Because there are a lot of people who don't claim benefits when they're entitled to them. But okay, so that means we don't give benefits to people who need it. What's the argument here?
Going to work. Meanwhile, you've got this second, third generation of work shy, malingerer. You can call it what you want, but they've been brought up in households where there's never been any work. In a place like Ashfield, where we have a tradition of hard-working, coal miners, factory workers, it really gets on their goat. They're furious about this. They see so and so down the lane, never done a day's work in their lives.
Coming from Lee Anderson, somehow this guy got to be MP. What the hell's he doing? Like, he's criticising other people. What the hell is he doing? He's on GB News, for fuck's sake.
Out there smoking the weed all day, 72-inch flats.
Are they work shy? Is that fair?
Again, smoking weed all day. What data does he have? This isn't an argument.
Would you blame them, or the choices are very limited to them? And
Chopper, stop talking. But they're just bone idle. They've got bone. Some of these families have got bone idleness in their DNA.
Role models to show
in their DNA, and this is an essentialist argument. He's saying these people are just born this way. It's literally an essentialist argument. They are biologically lazy, and it's kind of quite scary to almost eugenicist this argument that these people are just weaker, they're bone idle, they're a burden to the state. And what do you do with burdens to the state? Well, let's watch the video more.
to work.
This is the problem. Some of these families have not had role models, second, third generation, never seen a dad or mum go to work. Meanwhile, the rest of the street's working to keep that one family. It's not fair, Martin.
Again, what data? What's he talking about? How many people? What? Again, this is just his anecdote, his experience. It's meaningless.
We need to sort it out, we need to stop the benefits and get these malingerers back to work. So they're paying into the system.
So if you stop the benefits, what are you going to make them do instead? Like I remember before with problem tenants, when you find...
Again, stop the benefits. What solution is that? What work is there available? What incentives are there to work? Like, what, to go and work for £12 an hour? Like, what is the economy in the UK? What jobs do we have high-skilled labour? Like, the Tories promised that. Where's the Green New Deal? We need, again, our economy is dead. Outside of London, we have no economy.
the Ashfield election in 2019, you said you put them in tents and make them pick potatoes, and all the Liberal media got the knickers in a twist, but the voters locally, they like that kind of thing.
Look,
well, how do you deal with this? It's easy as like sit on the sidelines.
No, it's simple. It's simple, Martin. You know, we live in a civilised society where we should all make a contribution, and if we've
Again, what contribution is he making?
got genuine sick people, disabled people, we should help and support them.
I hate this. If this genuine, the idea that people who claim benefits aren't genuine, what evidence do you have here? Oh, people are breakdancing. Okay, can we have some facts on this? Would you be able to find this woman and show who this woman was? I mean, maybe it's 20 years ago, maybe she's dead, but again, he's making shit up here.
But there's far too many people in this country swinging the lead. And I say, if you don't go to work, if you don't contribute towards society and be a good citizen, then we'll stop your money. Simple as that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop the money. Stop the money.
In totality.
How does that help the solution? How does that incentivize people? How does that help people get back to work, go to university, especially young people? Because once you're on that benefit, it's like, you know, you could be on that for the rest of your life. So we need to help actually by cutting it. It does not solve this in any way. We need to, again, cut the tuition fees, actually give people a chance to be able to afford university. It's £9,000 a year, out of reach for a lot of young people. And then what jobs? We need to actually have some kind of policy to create high-skilled jobs in the UK, a green economy. But they won't do that. That's the problem, and that's the real problem we face. What is the economy going to look like with automation in the coming decades, in the 21st century? No one talks about this. Like, where are we going in 20? It's just short-termism, like 5 years, stay in power, not like a bold vision for the future. And that's why young people but they're thinking, well, why should I get a job? Why should I? Like, what hope do they have for the future? Because historically, generations have had hope for better. Like, oh, you can afford a house, you can get a good quality of life. If you can't afford a house, you can't afford university, you can't get a decent job, why would they care? So we've actually failed younger people. And it's very easy to just say, oh, they're lazy, it's in their DNA, just stop their money. But this is not a solution, and it's only going to get worse because people see the system's rigged, they don't care, they've got no hope for the future, and they're like, fuck it.
Don't go to work then. And I've got friends who've come here from other countries, namely India, and they cannot believe how genuine...
No, he hasn't. He's lying about that. He's not got friends from India.
Our the amount of money people get on benefits in this country. They cannot believe...
It's not a lot. They always say that, they've all got, Ferraris and, 5-bedroom houses.
Believe it. Yeah, my mate Matthew, he runs a new cross pub in Sutton. He's an Indian chap, came here and made his business.
His mate. Yeah, his mate.
He said, I can't believe it. People are staying at home and, not paying into the system. They're getting money, they're going out, they're going on holiday, they've got cars. It's unbelievable.
Punishing.
This is not true. 38% of people on universal credit are in work. Often they're having to have their pay subsidised and supplemented by the government. People aren't paid properly. That's the real reason people don't want to work. There's no good jobs.
These young people for the sins of their parents who aren't showing them how to get a job in the first place.
No, it's not punishing, it's being kind. It's tough love, like Martin said earlier. You've got to show these people that the way out of poverty in this country is through hard work, it's through education, it's through training, it's through opportunities.
Your story is one of striving. You walked...
That's just simply not true. If you're born into a socioeconomic status, if you're born poor, statistically, you're more likely to stay poor. Any meritocracy, social mobility has been dead for the last 30 years. So the idea that you just work hard, you get an education, it's simply not true. And people have realized that. That's why they're not going to university as much. That's why they're kind of, again, lack of hope. You've got to give people hope. I mean, it's the social contract, isn't it? People have a chance to have a good living standards. The last decade, infrastructure's gone down. People have no stake in the system. So that's the deeper thing here that he can't talk about. He can't talk about that because they just want to cut taxes for the wealthy. They want to cut benefits. They want to cut public spending, which will just make the situation worse and create more resentment. So where are we going to go? What solutions are there? Because nobody's offering any, really. So pretty depressing for young people today. I'm not envious of the younger generations. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.